So first pick will go to Vici this time.
So again, I think Vici would probably look to open the same way as game number 1.
So you ban Slardar.
Ban Slardar, look to get Ember Spirit without a Doom in return.
5 seconds remain.
How often does Super play Shadow Flame, by the way?
A decent amount.
I would say
they
less
prioritize
than,
it highly for him.
Less than others, but so it is in his repertoire.
Yeah. Do you see how fast Puppy was? He just instantly, like he was spamming it.
This is the draft mind game. This is like, I am more prepared than you. I have something planned. You should be nervous.
There is some mentality around that, isn't there?
Yeah, there definitely is.
I think that was like the fastest counterban I've ever
10
seen.
seconds to pick.
He was literally sitting there with it.
5 seconds.
But we might see them go back to the Wind Ranger.
That might suggest the Wind Ranger, even Ember duo potentially.
Reserve time.
Very good against physical damage.
I think if you're Vici, they're debating whether or not they want to give up the Slardar just to see if they can play around it. But you're 2 games in. You haven't played against the hero yet. I feel like it's still a safe ban.
Do they consider maybe that Abaddon, which works so well for eHome?
That would be pretty good for them. But I think right now it's like, okay, Doom, Ember, Slardar. If we ban one, are Secret actually going to ban the other one out? And if not, which one are they?
The safe play is to ban. But they go with the Wind Ranger.
Okay,
so they could first pick the Slardar or force Secret to ban it if they really value it. I don't feel like Vici values Slardar as much.
But that's a
as
good read though from
Secret,
Vici.
though.
That's something that they haven't done before, ban the Wind Ranger. But as soon as you see the Winter Wyvern and how good it was in game number 1, and on top of that,
They take
we
it
see
to
the
themselves.
robots.
So Secret.
Secret could even go for that.
Do they give away the Ember if Vici won it?
I mean, Saldar's pretty good versus the Ember, but there is still a Doom in the pool, mind you.
But I mean, do Secret take it now, or do they risk Vici getting it?
No, I think you take I think you actually take the Doom.
They're going for the Dazzle a lot
Ember
here.
and Doom.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
So they don't give it away.
Radiant's turn to royally screwed up.
There's only one real right clicker remaining that we see a lot with Slardar, and that's TA, but TA is not that great against these 2 heroes.
But Secret utilized their second pick very, very well. They see that one of these 3 aren't banned out, so they leave all 3 of them in the pool, so they actually end up getting 2. If one of them is banned, then they also, I think, leave them in the pool so they get a proper counter in response.
You need some sort of support too that can catch out the Ember. I think they had, I can't remember what team it was. I think it was actually Mineski yesterday that had a lot of success with the Disruptor when they put against the Ember for the early game before they kind of made some mid-game.
Do you really want to pick it first phase though?
No, that's the issue here.
Especially against
Maybe
Doom.
Dazzle?
I thought it was going to be Dazzle or... I think AA will probably not get banned because there's so many different offliners that they probably want to get rid of too. If there's any other team, maybe you take the Dazzle here.
This feels really good for Secret right now. It's just the Ember and Doom give you a lot of problems early.
Oh, that's completely different.
So all in on physical damage versus very low armor heroes. Yeah, this is definitely a different twist from Vici. I don't recall them picking Visage very much recently. They actually did have a Slardar Visage like him.
They picked it against
Summit 4.
VP as a block pick yesterday in game 3.
Lycan is quite good at ending the game early, and that's generally what you want to do against Ember Doom.
Oh yeah. Actually, they do go with this opener a decent amount.
Team Secret, I guess the question now is, alright, Ben was right. They're always going to ban the Jug now in the second phase just because of how much success it had.
I mean, they did it at Nanyang after they lost to it. So
Yeah,
it's
they found it out.
It's also really good versus Doombringer. The healing ward is invaluable.
Yeah, and it's hard for the Ember Spirit as a core to get on top of that healing ward just because you want to be mobile and stay a little bit of ways.
Yeah, and they don't have any ranged heroes right now, so
5
no
seconds.
easy way to snipe it out. I mean, so if Vici did want to push really hard early, Super plays a pretty mean Dragon Knight, good against the Ember Spirit's damage early on. That's definitely an option here as well.
Reserve time.
They still ban the Meepo.
I mean, they don't have any good counters to it right now, right? The Ember is the best one, and without the Ember in the pool, it's, I think, a natural ban for them.
But that's the big win for Secret in game 2. It wasn't just the game win, but the fact that they forced this out of Vici now.
10 seconds to
When you force a drafter to have to constantly think about that X variable, it makes it pretty muddled for you.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, if you're a Vici, were you like, oh, there's some heroes that we really wanted, but we really didn't get? I don't really think the bans, like, or Secret rather. Too. I think it's fine. It's better safe than sorry. They just got crushed by it and clearly didn't have a really good solution for it.
I like. It's interesting how Puppy is really target banning Bernie in the second stage. Not just the Jug now, even the Clinks. It feels like he's kind of testing his hero pool almost.
I think both those heroes, though, are good against the Ember Spirit and the Doom, especially the Clinks, because they have no armor whatsoever. If you get on top of them from the get-go with mass armor, even if the Doom's able to Doom you, you're probably dead at that point.
One blink crush and you're basically dead.
Usually I'm a big fan of the Bounty Hunter pick, but I think Vici can like shape up for very early tower pushing.
Yeah, this is another hero that doesn't defend very well.
Yeah, Ember Spirit does defend well, but only once he gets his Battle Fury, which is, some time after 25 maybe. So like the DK Lycan, I think, is actually shaping up to be pretty good for Vici if they want to run that.
I'm really feeling like this could be a very eHome-esque draft if that the opening leaves that open.
Take the Viper.
It leaves it available as an option.
The old chicken Viper.
Viper is also good. Yeah, need that mech.
I think with Super the DK is a little more likely, but I guess you don't know for sure what the mid is just yet.
Hey, Viper's
a bit safer.
I think part of the issue too, though, is that nobody pubs with Viper because it's such a boring hero.
Gotta practice my Viper guy.
Yes, you're gonna have a lot of fun playing Viper.
All right, gotta time this nether string just right.
So Spirit Breaker in response to the Bounty Hunter, the EG kind of discovered this at TI5, although we haven't seen it as much recently. We've seen MD play a lot of Ember Spirit versus Spirit Breaker, but he is so hard to stun. He's really good at timing the Searing Chain so that Spirit Breaker can't get up to him or just remnanting or Sleight of Fisting out. So this is still not that reliable versus Ember Spirit, although it is very good versus the other two.
The only reliable is the Blink Crush.
All right, that is the
Wii Voker. This is one of the heroes that he actually rose to prominence on back when he was with, I think it was Balkan Bears Corleone at the time. Galaxy far, far away. This guy plays a sick Invoker.
Does it go Quas Wex?
I kid you. I think that time it was Quas Wex, but it felt like Quas Exort because he had like 6 items in
Nice.
35, 40 minutes.
I think if you go Quas Wex this game, it'll be pretty good. Just because of the terrible mana pool of both heroes like Sardar and the Spirit Breaker. And if you're able to stop their original momentum, I feel like that'll help out quite a bit.
Reserve time.
So his Invoker, he's played it 13 times, and he is 6 and 7 with them.
So they do go back to the Queen of Pain here.
This time there's no Meepo though. It really just felt like Burning was unfamiliar with playing against it.
I mean, I don't think there's very many Meepo spammers on the China servers, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen one when I log in and just look at like the game list late at night.
I think that's the one thing that the public underrate about pubs is that's often times where you're going to get your practice against like a wide array of heroes. And if you don't play against the hero often, it really does throw you off. Like the first time you get net from that range, you're just like, did that really just happen to me? I was 1,000 units away, and that's the distance.
And every region has their own like preferred heroes that you see more often. So.
5 seconds. Hurry.
All right, PL does get removed.
Even versus Ember, that's a little odd.
Reserve time.
That's like we don't want to have to worry about losing late game almost.
It is a Burning type hero.
I mean, Burning has played so many different things this tournament, though.
I mean, I'm still feeling like they want like that Super Viper DK. I know it's a Burning Quap.
I think Super Queen is fine. I think they need more late game, though, for Burning. I think Queen of Pain is almost certainly played by Super.
If you decide to go for the late game route, though,
Aren't you playing in Secret's Hands at that point?
I mean,
go for the late game?
if not, you're going to get out late game, though, right? Like,
Can they like what could out late game Secret right now?
oh,
All right, so it is a bit of a push strat here.
Okay, the final game to decide the team that goes to the upper bracket final. Team Secret versus Vici Gaming. It's all yours, Cap.
Thank you, Red Eye. Team Secret, Vici Gaming, game number 3. The fans, especially that one guy, are very excited about this full best of 3. And I think it's a perfect way to end the evening, Purge.
It's been a really good set so far. Lots of different strategies every single game. And in this one, it's not going to be any different. A brand new strategy coming out of here. Team Secret going with some of their old things that they do, such as Pilot Bounty Hunter. Very good at scouting the opponents out and avoiding fights when needed. And they may need to do that in the early game to let their Ember and their Doom get some
10
farm.
seconds.
All right, so as our players are finally going to be picking their heroes, we'll head on into the game. But Team Secret adopting the Shadow Shaman now, getting themselves some pushing power. But the last pick, Lycan, Vici Gaming getting some serious pushing power of their own, are actually now able to end the game quick. Perhaps before the Ember Spirit and Doom really hit their mid to late game stride.
Yeah, and it's a decent hero for what Secret has as well. It's a lot of physical damage, and it's at high mobility, which are things that potentially could allow them to kill things like Doom. If you can crit and get some damage in, and you can lock him down with somebody like Spirit Breaker, then Doom could actually just die at the start. Ember Spirit as well, very weak to physical damage at most stages of the game due to his low agility gain and his very low agility item purchases. So I think the Lycan could work out interestingly. I also saw there was I don't remember what game it was, but I also saw a 5th pick ban on Lycan as well. So I think it's a pick that has been occasionally used within the Chinese.
Yeah, there was a Chinese matchup. I'm not sure if it was like LGD versus eHome, or perhaps it was a Vici Gaming where they did pick up the Lycan specifically against the Doom. I mean, he's a hero that if you get up that ultimate, he doesn't care about Doom. He's all physical damage. It's exactly everything you need against Doom. But Pylai Dai is going to be providing a helping hand for Misery, creating some space and some distractions in this bottom lane, as Vici Gaming are centered up as 4 to go for the bounty rune. Ice, perhaps looking for a steal, as he's going to be the off-lane Slardar looking at the top lane.
He definitely can't contest this here. He could easily just get shackled and killed. So Puppy scouts it out, nobody is there, and that will be the rune for Weehaw. See what build he goes. He does have a Null Talisman. What do you think? Which build do you think is going to be better? Do you think he's going to go Tornado EMP or just a straight typical Exhort stuff?
I'm looking at this lineup. I know oftentimes, like, the Chinese scene like to be able to run the Quasuix Invoker when you're dealing with an Undying or Slardar. I think some of the strength heroes that have low mana pools, I think you could really abuse that. And I look at the Slardar, and perhaps it's going to interrupt to the Spirit Breaker and good against Queen of Pain. But I'm concerned about the Lycan and whether or not they'll actually have enough damage to be able to deal with him. And Secret do have some potential setup stuns for early Sun Strikes, most notably being the Shadow Shaman. But we'll have to see. Bounty Hunter, of course, he's going to be rotating around, and he's going to make his first entrance into the middle lane here shortly, but there is a counter ward waiting for his show. Pylai Dai will get a little bit of damage out. The charge is going to come out, immediately throws out the counter ward and takes away the opposing counter ward. He is still going to be charged up, and he broke his invis too. He's going to take some damage here. They pop the dust, but they can't pursue into the tower. Pylai Dai one step ahead without an Orb of Venom or boots on either one of these heroes.
So that was really efficient for Pylai Dai. He killed 100 gold of a Sentry Ward, and he killed 90 gold worth of a dust. And he's pressuring Super here.
Cold Snap, they're going to be able to try and go for the kill. They need a little bit more. Pylai Dai another hit, but he starts healing salves up. And Lycan will be okay.
Very, very close there. The salve's going to help a lot. 500 gold on him now. What do you do with mid Lycan? Is it consistent that you go for bottle here? I guess against the range here, he will be taking health points harass, but and he can leverage it for the wolves, I guess? Or
I feel it's a bit more likely that he just maybe buys some more regen and gets boots, but we'll see. The Bounty Hunter, especially the early slow of Janata and Orb of Venom, are going to cause so many issues. I'm not sure.
Once the wolves are up, though, he can definitely use them to help zone the Invoker. Invoker will have some natural regen because of Quas, but depending on which build he goes, he may have more or less of that.
Yeah, controlling runes as well can be very helpful from the wolves. And looks like he's about to pick up his bottle with this last hit, if he goes that route. Meanwhile, the top lane, how's that going for the Slardar here? Ice. With just the Stout Shield and Mango left. Middle lane, they actually are going to go in. Super is going to be dove quite heavily here. They're trying to go on high with the Wolves. They will the charge out from Benrir. Maybe he can get the return kill. Pops the dust. Needs another hit. The Wolves are going to provide a little bit more, but it's not enough. Benrir gets body blocked up. And now Misery hoping to be able to get another one, but he's too low. And Weehaw won't be able to make the dive, but they got first blood on the Lycan.
See, I like how Secret plays this Doom. I feel like a lot of teams aren't doing this enough. They need to roam occasionally because the hero is giving himself 23 HP regen per second. Yeah, he's got no base armor here, but with just a boots and this extra movement speed from Scorched Earth, you can just run people down. It's very simple to do this gank. You don't really need a lot of creep variety. You can just have Scorched Earth a couple levels and you can gank a lane.
Easy tower dimes, Vici Gaming are suffering a little bit. FY, he did throw down a counter ward, but he hasn't actually seen that Obs ward yet.
Yeah, it's possible he didn't spot it. Surely he would have dewarded if he saw it, unless he's looking for some timing like stack, but he's not. I think he just thinks he didn't get it.
Yeah, didn't walk all the way over to the left, doesn't see that op sword, so the camp is going to continue to be blocked out. Pieliedie has been very efficient, as you said. He managed to force a lot there from his first little setup in the middle lane, and then obviously
the courier's going to spot it. Okay, he's going to see it now.
Is this some sort
Are you
of
serious? What's
weird bait scenario?
Is this a bug? Like, what is going on? How did he not see that? Does the courier give like very, very small vision or something?
Yeah, maybe FY didn't see it. I think it's just perhaps up just above the tree area.
Oh man, he's gonna be kicking himself when he watches the replay.
Yeah. It's just high enough against that one white tree that you can't quite see it. You have to move over farther to the left. Pieliedie sees Fenrir and his rotations around.
It's going to cost him so much that he hasn't spotted this, honestly. He does have another sentry ward. He's going to spot it. Oh, go south.
Go
just
around,
get it.
FY, go around.
Oh,
the timing finally sees it.
Jeez.
I mean, I've never heard a crowd cheer so loud for a ward being countered, but FY finally gets it 4.5 minutes in, but the ward was still efficient enough.
His sentry is pretty high in the bottom. There's a chance it might block as well, but I have a feeling he knows the limits, but you never know. So the harass now coming on Weehaw. He's starting to spawn his wolves a lot. This is the point where they get pretty annoying, is level 3. Yeah, I think they go into this.
Snap, EMP, burning, or rather super, sorry, he's going to lose his mana. The charge out to bottom lane, they do see Pieliedie. Spirit Breaker has some more dust. Pi, he's not getting out of this one.
I think he's pretty happy with this. He's had a pretty good early game. Level 3 on him, 5 minutes, not bad. Caused a lot of congestion in the jungle. Looks like that camp did not spawn, by the way. I don't know if it got body blocked by Spirit Breaker charging through or something, but nothing there for it. Luckily, this ward's almost dead. 13 seconds. Super's back mid. Misery's here as well, actually trying to set up a gank. It's waiting for him to come back.
The charge is now going to come out, but without level 6, there's just no way. And no mana, by the way, on Super either, because that EMP can't do anything in this middle lane.
That's one of the really nice things about having a strength hero mid, is that there's way less mana for him to drain. So if he has no mana and he can just bottle up whatever he's losing, then it's a matchup that Weehaw can't abuse as much. Less damage, less mana, all that good stuff. New sentry ward placed down. Pieliedie is going to be spotted.
Maybe they can get the gank on him with FY here as well. They're trying to stack up the camps a little bit. Lycan, he can do full-time jungle here pretty soon. Ice is going to be caught while trying to go for the rune, but does get a nice 2-man crush to stop both Misery and Pieliedie.
He does get the regen. Misery's level 6 is coming a little slow. He does have a TP scroll. Used Devour. I would have liked to instead maybe see him TP the bot lane, but he does find an Alpha Wolf, which is arguably the best creep that you can have on Doombringer. But some wasted experience here for Secret. I think they're okay with this though. Envy's getting farm. He's got 38 CS here. He's not really being pressured. Ice is fairly zoned. I think Secret's in a good place here, and they're aiming to do well in the mid game too.
It's going to spot out Super, farming up these camps. They're giving FY the experience in this middle lane to try and get his level 6 a bit faster. Pieliedie goes into the trees before reactivating his invis to make sure he isn't spotted out by anybody. But Fenrir is just waiting for the bounty hunter maybe to show himself. Oh, the courier, that's going to be the opening. He gets the kill, and he gets out too. Fenrir, he couldn't get the charge in time, and Pieliedie scoots away to safety.
Ring of Basilius bottle, and another set of tangos there for Super. That's such a huge snipe. Pieliedie consistently playing one of the best bounty hunters in the world.
He is such a disruptive support, causing Vici Gaming so many problems in the first 5 minutes of this game. And he's now going to try and take a look at this top lane where Slardar is level 5 now. He's been doing all right for himself, zoned out a bit by, of course, Shadow Shaman and Ember Spirit do have a good amount of kill potential if they're able to ever get that first disable onto the Slardar.
Well, they're looking to do it. There isn't a Sleight of Fist on Ember Spirit, but he does have his ultimate to close the gap. So, and especially with Pieliedie on the opposite side, they can slow him extra if he gets a little bit too far away. No boulder toss anymore.
Gets close. Pieliedie leads with the Janata, gets the chains as well, and Ice, the 2-man crush will not stop his death. As Puppy will claim the kill. Eternal Heavy is low though. FY's going to come in. They do manage to get the charge on the Pieliedie. They'll take that kill for sure, but at the same time, Burning has been caught. He's trying to get the blink away. The last second will be able to get out. Misery is quite low underneath underneath that tier 1 tower, but won't be going down yet. Burning is now going to be tagged by Weehawk. Comes in, throws out the EMP, tornado clips Burning, and it's enough! Weehawk gets the kill. Fenrir blocked up by creeps as well. Weehawk gets some more damage on him before he leads out Vici Gaming. They lose their slaughter. They thought they were going to be able to get some sort of turnaround, but the heroes get split. They get controlled up too much, and they end up beating away a kill on Burning on top of everything else.
So Secret keeps getting advantage. The core that they have, the Lycan, is still being slowed down. He's got 43 CS, which is pretty good, but again, that late deward leads to 8 minutes 45 seconds. Visage is still level 4. That is not where FY wants to be. He wants to be accelerating on farm. Misery's getting dived though by Super. The TP comes.
Now Tornado EMP is going to land on Super, and it might be enough damage. It is. Doom gets that kill. Another turnaround from Secret. Vici Gaming just can't seem to get a hold on this early game.
They're doing so well, man. Great disables all over the place. They're backing each other up.
Ice starts moving forward, catching Puppy without any mana. There's going to be a TP in from Burning, and Puppy, he's surely to go down here as Burning gets the last nuke in. Eternal Envy, does he really have a response? He's going to try and get close enough for the chains, but I don't think he can fight these two heroes together.
This is that dangerous moment where Slaughter is just going to put Eternal Envy in negative armor, and any rotation of a gank plus a stun means a dead Ember Spirit. And it could be Burning. He has shifted back towards mid lane area, but there's not really that much to farm here. It's going to penalize FY because it'll delay FY6. So I feel like I would have preferred him just to stay top, maybe try to get this Envy kill. It's definitely difficult though. I doubt he'll let himself get crushed.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Highlight die. Careful where you tread, my friend. He's hanging around this middle lane. There is some counter vision. As soon as Misery shows himself, Burning does blink away. And the bounty room will be secured for Eternal Envy, refilling that bottle. Meanwhile, Weeha has all the space in the world. He's got Base Boots earn and is halfway through his Orchid already. Vici Gaming are going to have to group up really early on if this Orchid completes by about 15 minutes.
And we're going to do some harass on Ice on the top lane. Fenrir's here too, only level 3 though. Not a massive amount of damage. He's got to stay away from the crush, but still within the damage. Or
The
might
charge is going to
ulti
come in. He will be able to get stunned up. Ice trying to stay ahead of Eternal Envy. It's going to be he who dies. Oh no, he bounced out. He had a remnant still in the river and gets away. Cheeky bugger. Now they're going to be able to have the Doom on a Burning inside of the enemy jungle. Burning's going down. Misery's just going to chase him all the way. No chance for a deny.
Man, they have the best quap counters this game.
Do you have enough damage though to be able to solo up Misery? He's going to bring him low with the familiars. Of course, the lack of armor on Misery. He's going to come in with Super as well. The physical damage is enough. They get a return kill, but Secret are still going to be happy with the exchange, and now they're going to go for more. Start looking at FY. Will be able to take him out nice and quick with Highlight Eye. Super. His ultimate lasts long enough for him to get out.
They have to use a sentry to kill the wolves here, otherwise Puppy could be chased down, but Secret's going to be really happy with that one. Even with Doom dying, he's on cooldown with his ultimate. His death in an offlane scenario, he's going to be really happy. They have such good quap counters as well. Ember Spirit, Searing Chains obviously being amazing. They've got Doom as well. They can do EMP Tornado situations, drain his mana, don't let him blink that way.
I mean, the Orchid, once it's up on the Invoker, that's going to be yet another huge counter to the Queen of Pain. And we're looking again at the quap. Burning does this time and time again. Is going to be going for the Orchid build. That means the BKB is going to be severely delayed unless Vici Gaming start finding some miracle good team fights.
But his Orchid is delayed to the point where Invoker's going to have a huge advantage with it. Invoker's Orchid with the Clossflex build is normally not amazing because of the fact that the enemy team usually just starts grouping up and they say, well, yeah, Invoker can solo kill us, but we'll just not let him solo kill us, and then he's not going to get any farm, and then he's super going to fade off by the time we get BKBs. But Weehaw has this so early, and his team has so much advantage that I feel like he's actually going to get value out of it.
Smoke rotation coming out from Vici, Burning and Ice joining forces. Magic, physical, and pure damage. They've got it all if they could just find the right hero to pick off. They're going to look towards the middle lane, try and wrap around there. They have the charge out onto Weehaw to lead things off. Misery sitting on the side. He may be able to provide enough disruption. Ice leads in, adds the Amplify, but a beautiful tornado is going to stop some of this. Now the Doom goes out on Ice. Their turnaround. Eternal Envy's here. Fenrir completes his charge, still trying to go on to Weehaw. Sonic Wave clips him in the end, gets the turnaround kill. Fenrir commits to Eternal Envy, who managed to pop his Ren in order to get the kill. Super surrounded now. He's going to be going down as well. Eternal Envy gets Burning. Oh no, Secret! They just destroy Vici Gaming in this fight. They're going to get the familiars on top of everything else.
Ooh, Envy's on cooldown for his ult, so he definitely would have gone in for that one. They get both familiars, that's 200 gold, and 30 seconds left until Visage gets his ult back up. They got so much value there. Boots of Travel are already up on Envy. It's 5 assists, no kills or anything like that, but he's going to be absolutely happy giving that gold to his team.
FY daring Eternal Envy, sitting on top of that Remnant because he does have allies coming in. Pylite die.
He's got track.
They've got Dust on Ice as well, but Pylite die is hiding.
Oh, he goes in.
They're going to go back for FY. The TP's come in, but FY's already dead. Super, I'm not sure if he wants to complete this one. He doesn't have the backup of the rest of his team yet.
And Bounty Hunter, a hero that spent all of his time roaming, is now up to 1,000 gold past his Arcane Boots. The items are coming for Secret, and their carry potential is looking good as well.
And they've still got Serpent Wards if they want to be able to take more objectives. They also have Dire Side. Roshan is another thing that Secret can take rather easily thanks to the Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage. One of the reasons that Shadow Shaman has been picked, because you drop your ultimate and you take a tactical advantage. Will they drop it for the Roche, though? They will.
Yeah, they probably deem it just a bit too dangerous to stick inside the Roshan pit for too long and let Vici Gaming perhaps find an opening.
Spindallion's on the way. There's actually a lot of items on the way. Orchid's finished on Invoker, 14 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh, got denied by the Lycan Wolf.
Super! That could have just been such a big play. Denying that Aegis away from Team Secret may prevent the next team fight just immediately going Team Secret's way. I couldn't see how Vici Gaming would be able to fight around 2 lives on Weehaw, but Super may have just found the potential play. Ice is going to be targeted here by the Doom. Tornado comes down, managed to dodge it, but it looks like the sprint is going to be enough combined with the Doom to take him out, but Weehaw's the turnaround kill. It looks like he's dropping low. Super catches him in the end. 1-for-1 trade out so far. Fenrir couldn't get the bash in time. Team Secret get away with the rest of the heroes.
That was great, man. Was he the one that was going to carry the Aegis? If so, that would have been him alive. Yeah. Secret could have just traded and turned around and fought. They obviously killed Ice there, but trading it for their super farmed Invoker, I'm not sure that's what they wanted. Vici's going to be really happy with this. Nice little turn of events. There's a big gold advantage going towards Secret, but Vici is still very strong in some organized bursts. Lots of chain stun. Secret doesn't have the typical defensive support like Winter Wyvern, Dazzle. Positioning is actually everything in this game.
And Vici Gaming also has some heroes that are insanely good at taking objectives in short periods of time. If they actually do win a fight, you're going to see towers dropping like flies.
Yeah, that's classic Lycan. He goes somewhere, sends his wolves, pushes lanes, might show up there, forces you to back up and cover yourselves. Luckily for Secret, though, they do have Ember Spirit, one of the best anti-split pushers. Drop a Remnant, TP back to base, defend, and then return to your team.
Yeah, especially with the Boots of Travel build that he already has and is well on his way to a Battle Fury. Has the Perseverance, another 500 gold. Secret are rotating around. Pylite is leading the way with this smoke gank. Weehaw right behind him. They're going to run into Super here. He doesn't have his ultimate. They're going to lead. A little chicken. Serpent Ward's getting laid out. Super is going to be food for fodder. They try and go on Puppy at the same time to get the stun on the Misery. Burning comes in. They don't have the Sonic Wave. Now he does. Has enough mana. Takes out Misery. And Secret will start retreating. They have Eternal Envy here, and they've got the vision on Vici Gaming. Do they really want to take this? They'll start going on to FY. Fenrir's ready to go with the charge almost, but they can't fight this one. So much track. Weehaw even going for more now, as Fenrir feels the damage of the cold snap on him.
They have so much burst on both sides of the team there. Oh, no.
Ice. Not going to try and stop him, just get some amplify damage out, but Bounty Hunter returns with some vision of his own, throws a track onto the Slardar.
That's not awful for Vici Gaming as well. They forced Puppy to drop his wards. Maybe not forced, but the engagement happened not next to the tower. If those wards were down next to the tower, Secret would have gotten that tower down to 20% at least there before retreating. So that was a decent way for them to play things. Force Puppy to not drop wards by tower. Take fights where you get some kills and trade some in return. And allow your split push and maybe your Lycan potential to come in.
Vici Gaming, things are going to get really, really scary if they try and go for this top tower defense. I doubt they will. Tier 1 tower is already down. But there was some nice vision laid out by Pylite behind the tower. And actually allows him to get a track now on the Super. Secret are not going to stop just yet. They're going to go for the Tier 2.
I don't blame them.
Vici Gaming, they've smoked up. Eternal Envy does pop the smoke on FY. Super pops his ultimate, and Secret Now going to retreat out. The charge is coming in. Vici Gaming still want to fight this one. Tornado EMP provides some interception. Quick disable on the ice. He's not going to get out the sun as well. Vici Gaming are now have to run the other way. The dog just gets immediately doomed up. Super's going to try and stay ahead of Misery. It looks like he will be able to get out, but the rest of Vici Gaming are all just free cleanups now for Team Secret.
Courtney will get the deny on Super, but that just wasn't a fight that Vici Gaming was going to win as soon as they backed off. Like, I don't know why Super used his ultimate at all. It only lasts for 18 seconds. It's a limited window. So as soon as he used it, Vici Gaming said, well, we have to go now. And then you're chasing 5 heroes. They've got a drum of endurance, so they're running really fast, and you know that he's going to be able to tornado the Spirit Breaker, completely preventing his charge. You can't have that kind of initiation against the heroes that Secret has.
Yeah, the Tornado EMP was so disrupted there, but also the quick reactions of both the Shadow Shaman as well as Weehaw. They both hexed up and orchided the Slardar to make sure he couldn't get that follow-up initiation.
And that's because of the ward they placed. They saw him coming.
Burning is going to be caught out. The Orchid controls him long enough for Eternal Envy to help get the kill. Fenrir now comes in, actually pops up. Tornado stops another strike. He's still going to complete. No, he's not. Trying to go on Eternal Envy, but he's got to run the jump away, and Fenrir.
Are they going to go for this?
Looks like if they get the chains, Fenrir is still plenty tanky. Ice, chasing away these heroes.
No spells on Invoker right now. Otherwise, they maybe could have followed up there. But this two-man ganking combo, Ember Spirit and Invoker, they're so hard to kill. Both very evasive, very fast movers. Lots of disable options. And the Battle Fury's up in 19 minutes here on Eternal Envy. 140 CS, 50 more than anyone else in this game.
And they have another 3.5 minutes until Roshan, too. The Bounty Hunter picking up the mech. We'll have Guardian Grease probably pretty soon as well. That'll help deal with the amplified damage on himself, as well as keep Secret above the kill threshold against all this burst damage of Vici Gaming. Oh, Pylite die. He just ran in. That's perfect, though. He interrupts the smoke. He's going to die here. But Team Secret, I think, are going to be happy with that exchange, stopping the 4-man smoke rotation of Vici Gaming.
Yeah, I agree. That's absolutely worth it, because the only way that Secret loses the fight, in my opinion, is if they get caught unawares. Smoking is the best way to do that. Much better to trade your Bounty Hunter for this. It doesn't matter if he loses gold. He just has to be in the vicinity of somebody else dying. He's going to get it right back.
The Battle Fury from Eternal Envy will easily push back this wave from Vici Gaming. Unless Vici Gaming managed to find some sort of initiation, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to actually take a fight here. It doesn't seem like Ice sees any opening, so Vici Gaming will start backing up. An Invis rune for Fenrir, maybe that can change things around.
I feel like Fenrir has to not charge from the front, because there is going to be a tornado flying through the mix of things.
Right.
And they have so many good ways to just stop his charge. Same thing.
If they can get this done. No, Eternal Envy. Again, the vision advantage. Pylite died. This ward is twice now. Set him up either to win the fight or allow Eternal Envy to dodge the incoming gank.
And they cut the wave bottom a little bit. They're getting ready to set up wards, and this is going to mean that Vici Gaming's late. The charge is actually coming from Fenrir, but he's got to stop. The timing isn't right. He has to go in with his team. And like I said before, I think he has to come from a weird angle, because he's going to get disabled. He's too underfarmed at this point, and their heroes counter him too much. If you prevent the charge from landing, then Spirit Breaker is just a bad hero.
Just like last game, we're looking at almost a 15,000 gold lead by 20 minutes for Team Secret. And it's just going to keep climbing as they take more of these objectives. Roshan's going to be targeted as well. They have the charge onto Misery. They actually see him pretty alone here. Leading with the Orchid. Will be able to get the stun. This should be a free pickoff.
It's a good pick for Vici Gaming. 539 gold going to Ice. He gets his first kill of the game. And some much needed levels on Fenrir as well.
Now the jump in. They're going to catch Puppy as well. That was 1,200 gold in total for just the pick off on Misery. And then you combine it now with Puppy going down and a tier 1 tower falling. And Vici Gaming gets a much needed gold to continue their item progression.
A little bit of mistake in Secret's plans, but it's not the end of the world here. Really good observer wards placed by Vici Gaming as well. This is a lot of there's been a lot of movement in the middle of the map, so it's good to track where that is. But with that said, the Ags is up on Invoker and it's on the way. Now it's got buffed recently. There's a little bit more value that you get out of each point that you have. You get an extra level of Quas, Wex, or Exhort, so you're going to see the best damn EMP possible. I don't even know how much mana it's going to drain. 625. That's
625
so
mana? Are you kidding me?
Per hero.
That's half of Burning's pool.
That's so big. If he actually drains him, he's not going to be able to do a full combo. It's that simple. Using Orchid alone is 100. This EMP could be so big. Drain all of Lycan's mana. Drain all of Spirit Breaker's mana. Slardar all of his mana. If they get a good EMP, the fight's completely over. Completely stopped. They do find the Observer Ward though. They're thinking about smoking perhaps. There is one on Puppey, yes. Good thing they put that sentry down. But either way, I think it's pretty clear. Vici Game is going to say they're 4 heroes. Yeah, look, Ice, perfect positioning. Breaks the smoke on Weehaw. And no smoke gank just yet for Secret.
That'll help keep his 4-staff coming to him. He's only 800 gold away from that one. FY, meanwhile, he's pushing out the bottom lane. He could complete a Solar Crest if he wanted to. But perhaps he's going to think about instead going for the Aghanim Scepter. Yeah. Gets the intel as well as the strength item. And Vici Gaming is going to be their best opportunity. A 5-man smoke. They're going to be running into Team Secret here, making the initiation. They're going to go on to Puppey first, trying to pop him, but the rest of the team is a little bit slow in following that up. Weeha's going to be able to provide some disruption, throws out the Deafening Blast. Fenrir immediately gets controlled up. He's going to be taken out, it looks like, as Puppey. He'll see the turnaround kill as FY claims at least 1 here, but it's 1 for 2. Looks like it's about to be 3 as Burning gets doomed up, and Eternal Levy should have no problem chasing that one down with his Blink Dagger, surrounding Super as well. He knows he's gone. Vici Gaming, they just seem broken after that second game from Team Secret. Getting a 5th kill, that's a wipe. Vici Gaming at 25 minutes in. They seem utterly outplayed and outdrafted by Team Secret in this game 3.
Now that Secret has the gold advantage, when the tracks come out, how can they get away from them? It doesn't matter that your Lycan runs max.
Team Secret. They've broken Vici Gaming. There's no other way to describe that one. 2 25-minute victories in a row for Team Secret after a tough game 1. Showing championship style here, recovering from a tough loss like that.
And they guarantee themselves top 3 in this event. They're going to move on to play Evil Genius in the upper bracket finals. The 2 teams, a lot of people expected to do well. So great performance for them.